The strategy I've chosen is user-centered design, and I feel like as the design world is changing and evolving, it's leaving its focus just on making profit to actually understanding the user and sympathizing with the user. So I feel like as a year one student, and I wanted to understand someone else's perspective more. So therefore, I chose to focus on inclusive design from user-centered design. So inclusive design is basically making a product inclusive, like easy for everyone to use regardless of their disability, condition, age. So I chose a very basic, mundane, everyday task, which is cooking, and we have two hands, so for us it's just subconscious, like we know how to do it. But for people who have amputees or hand conditions or like older people, they have less mobility and strength in their hands, so it becomes a harder task. They can't chop as well neatly. When they're transferring items back to a pan, it's harder for them to do so. So I decided to make a chopping board that was that allowed them to feel more confident in doing an everyday action. So for me, when I first started out brainstorming, I focused on including many different aspects, and I was supposed to make the product out of wood. However, after doing user tests, it wasn't easy to clean and maintain. So therefore, and I had too many aspects in my product, so I felt like it wasn't detailed enough if I focused on having all of these different aspects. So therefore, I looked into office supplies, in which I got inspired by the paper guillotine, and I added some hook features so that people can put in their vegetables over here and control it. So these can go up and down, so it's customizable, so it can be more accessible in the overall market. And because of the board, it has ridges, it makes it easier for them to cut, and makes it a better user experience overall. And with this board, there's a spike function to poke the vegetables, and I had to be very conscious while doing so, because this is for a Hong Kong market where the space is limited, and while washing, it shouldn't be a hazard. So I had to make the user's life more easy instead of adding more stress. So with this board, once you cut, you can scoop the vegetables in, and at the back there's silicone, so it makes it the board doesn't move while people are cutting it. So in terms of marketing, I focused on making this product very family friendly, and I can target a very big specific market because this is a necessary everyday task. So I use very colorful and fun fonts, and I call the product Choopsy, and the tagline is easy, quick, and accessible.